What is up, everyone? Gabriel from Basic Car Guys here. Back at it again with another video. Now, I know the last couple videos that I posted were of me going to the track MSR Houston. So this time around, I'm actually going to be doing something a little bit different. Not really different, but this time around, we have the BRZ that is a little damaged, I would say. I don't know if it's because of the track days, but pretty much I'm missing two studs. So let me go ahead and show you the car. Alright. So as you can see there are two studs that broke. I'm gonna go ahead and blame it on these. Let's see if I can find one. Here they are. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and blame it on these Volk style. Okay, no, sorry, not Volk style. Volk style is when they're in the same style, but they're not the same brand. So I'm going to go ahead and blame it on these Volk Replica lug nuts. They are steel, but I think two of them were not the right thread. They all threaded on fine, and I in the video y'all saw that they were all torqued just, well, like they were all torqued to spec. So it's definitely not user error. I really think that it was just two bad threads that didn't get checked out. So anyway, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and replace the wheel studs on this. I'm not getting anything fancy, just some standard replacement Dorman ones. Part number is going to be 610-566. I picked them up at my local O'Reilly Auto Parts that had them, and they were like $3 each. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let me see if I see it here. Here it is. So honestly, these look and feel much better than stock. They're like this weird copper looking gold. They're like this gold looking deal. Which honestly, they look really good. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and replace these are the rear studs, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace those. I guess I really don't know what to do on this car exactly, but I know for a fact on most cars they just slide out the back. It doesn't look like it on this car though. I don't see a slot in the back for like a hole that you can just push them out of. So I'm thinking we have to remove the axle, the rotor, and the hub. I think we have to remove the hub from the axle and all that to get it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that today. It's really a beautiful day. Actually, it was really rainy earlier, but now it's like a lot better. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then maybe after, hopefully I can just like ride out and hang out with a couple of friends or do something. I don't know. It's a beautiful day, and I'd hate to waste the rest of it indoors, even though I should be doing some work related stuff. It's too bad. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to pull off the studs. I'm gonna unbolt the studs, lift up the car a bit, pull off the center cap, and see if I can break the axle nut loose first. And then I know like the calipers are gonna come off easily. Make sure that the parking brake is released, so that way I don't have any issues. But I think the biggest thing I'm gonna have issues with is the axle coming off, because I've never taken out a rear axle. I mean, if it's the same as a CV front axle, then usually you have to unbolt all the arms. So I don't know. I've never done this before, so that's why I'm taking you guys along with me, and hopefully this video will help someone. So let's get started. Alright, so we took the wheel off. I'm trying to like inspect it to see what I'm gonna need. So it doesn't look like we need that big of a socket. It looks like like a 30. Or you know what? I'll tell you right now. Alright, so what you'll need to take off that is a 32. That fits in just fine. I got the impact gun here, so hopefully it's making enough juice to go ahead and take that out. So yeah, we'll knock this out, unloosen it. It looks like I'm gonna take off the rotor, and maybe that might help out. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the caliper. It looks like there's some 14s, 12s. I'll tell you right now, that too. Wow. Alright, so yeah, it's a couple of 14s. So one at the top, one at the bottom, and then that'll come off. Alright, I got it. Okay, that kind of worked. Sick. Alrighty. Alright, so now you're gonna put two M10 screws right here, M10 by 1.25 I think, and like push it up against so it'll pull out. Alright, so we're gonna put 2 screws here so it'll kind of push out the rotor. Go. Woo! Alright, so I'm going to try to do it from here. So I hammered one of them out. And that looks super. I'll show it in a bit. Let me try to get... The other one is definitely not going to come out. But I wonder... Yeah, no, that's why. Alright, so you can get them out like this, but you can't put them back in. So what I'm going to have to do is remove the actual hub, which is just a few bolts back here. I can get to... There's one right here, one, and yeah, both of them are... all 4 of them are back there. There's 4 bolts. Let me see what size they are. Let's try 14. Yeah, so there are 4 14 bolts that hold it. So if you kind of see here, there's one there. Sorry, it's on a focus. Let me turn it to auto. Oh, that was worse. Alright, let me change it back to manual. Alright, so there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, and one there. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those. They're 4 14s. I'm going to remove those. The camera on the battery is running out, so it's going to be quick clips from here. So let's do that. Alright, so I got it out, basically. It's actually not that hard. I thought it was going to be a lot harder, but anyway, I got it out. Here it is. I unbolted it from the back, but it looks like the whole assembly comes off together, which is kind of weird. You can kind of like fidget this to come out, but it's in there kind of tight. It's actually not a problem because you can. It looks like I have enough space to slip this on. So I'll just move this a little bit, angle it, and bam, there you go. So yeah, it looks like it's going in. Which is pretty sick. I think what I'm going to do is use one of the old ones because they're open kind of, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of pull this back, and but yeah, so that's pretty much how you put the stud in, and then I'm going to go ahead and put everything back in. So if you see here, alright. Alright, so if you see here, sorry, it's on manual focus. I'm not doing that good of a job. Let me change that. Alright, so if you see there, they look pretty similar, pretty identical. It does look like the shaft for this little part is thicker than the one on here by a good amount, by a noticeable amount actually. But what's most important is the knurl, I think it's called, down here. If they're the same diameter and the same amount of splines, you shouldn't have any issues. Besides, these are temporary. I will be going ARP in the future when I'm able to afford all sides of ARP, and I'm still debating on like if I should get extended ARPs or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on, and then I'll throw everything back and just show the finished product, because it is kind of simple actually. It's a lot more simpler than I thought. You just remove the bracket for the brake caliper. For some reason I took off the wrong one. They're both 14s, so I just took off everything separate, which kind of wasted my time, but you could just remove everything at one time. You're gonna go ahead and remove the rotor and pull it out with the screw. Just put the screw in, and it should push it out if it's stuck. It's like a M10 by 1.25 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. Look it up yourself. Or if I have it, then I'll correct myself. And then you are going to remove the 14s in the back. Oh, and the axle nut. The axle nut at 32, remove that. Then go ahead and remove the 4 nuts that are in the four screws that are holding it on the back. You can pop this off, or you can do what I'm doing and just kind of fish them in that way, and then get some washers. Well, there's a tool that you can buy specifically to pull them through, but I've done this before on the HRV, which unfortunately I made a video for, and the footage got lost. So if you are one of my HRV followers, I'm sorry. But that process on the HRV a lot simpler. Literally just knock out, push in. Like, there's no removing anything. There's literally just there's a spot for you to take them out. But this is not a Honda. This is a Subaru. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and push these through using an open-ended nut, and then just pulling it back. And then I'm gonna do the same for that. So I'll just show you the finished product right now. Alright, so as you see here, the 2 studs are on. Those are that one and that one. They are on. I just got to put the bracket back in. So it looks like nothing ever happened pretty much, and glad with the result. The knurl was a little bit bigger than I thought, but it's all good. It's all in. Everything's gravy. It looks like I've done everything, tightened everything down to spec. The torque specs on the back of the hub, and then the nut here is torque to spec as well. So yeah, hey, so this was actually a pretty kind of simple job. I think if I were to able to do it again, I think I could do it in 30 minutes, just because I kind of know what tools to use. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and round and cruise in the car. It's really nice outside, so I'm actually going to show you. It's actually not that late either. It's actually only 7:30, but it's looking pretty dark already, which is like awesome for cruising. And as a matter of fact, the weather right now in Houston, let's see, it's actually 72 degrees right now. So that's well, this camera really sucks at focusing. So yeah, it's 72 right now, which is sick. Wow. Why is it? Man, this thing sucks at focusing. Anyway, so it's 72. I'm gonna go ahead around and cruise, and yeah, that'll do it for this video. Just gonna check on the wheel, refill all the tires with air, because it seems like my tire pressure light is still on, which I'm pretty sure just means that I need air in one of the tires. I think it's gonna be the driver's side front. I'm gonna check it for nails as well, because I've gotten a couple nails in my track tires and in my daily Corolla tires. But other than that, if you guys have any other questions, throw them down in the comments. Share this video if you guys if it helped you out. I do want to note I'm not a professional, so this is pure out of hobby, which I know most of you guys that are watching this video are going to reference this as a hobbyist. So in any case, guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch more BRZ stuff in the future, as well as some other track days that might be coming up for this car. My videos are not going anywhere, so pretty much go ahead and subscribe. Let's see what we can get to. Let's try to make 5K before the beginning of next summer 2018. And I thank you guys for watching. Again, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you later.